Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Resident Evil 5 on Professional difficulty. This is Chapter 5-1. It's entitled Underground Garden. And a very brief chapter. It does conclude with a boss fight. And make sure that you have grenades for the boss fight, because it works a certain way, and if you don't have them, you'll be penalized for them by not being able to do the fight as effectively as it can be done. So I've trimmed out some of the cutscenes in here with the creatures. Now these guys are weak against acid, so what I'm going to do is use some some acidic rounds with the grenade launcher on these guys when you're forced to fight them for the second time. The first time, what I'm going to do is just lay down some proxy mines, because I'm not sure, but I think just one kills them, but usually I like to just double down sometimes and make sure everybody, gets dealt the damage that they need to get dealt. And I don't know the name of this enemy. I don't know the name of the boss, but it's not important, because I know how to beat them, and that's what's going to get you through this. I'm sure people will tell me the name in the comments, and I appreciate that, but as of now, I don't know. And more importantly, I don't care. That's not to say I don't care about this game, because if I didn't care about this game, there wouldn't be a guide made for it. I love this game. So, put a couple of proxy mines on either side, and you do get a cutscene if you go up far enough. If you just very slowly walk up, you don't get the cutscene though. And these guys jump out, and it's a mandatory fight, unfortunately. And kind of ironically, the way that I've been complaining in Resident Evil 4 and this game about having to hold the A button down to run, this is the only time, I think I mentioned it in one of the other chapters too, this is the only time where the different walks have even the remotest relevance. And I will show you what that is in a second, but I do need to talk about this guy because he's being a little bit coy. So what we need to do is lure him on either side of the cages. You can kill the animals in here, but they don't give out anything. So just make sure Sheva is clear of the mines, and same goes for you. And then they drop this lion heart, which only sells for 2,000 sadly, but it's still pretty good. They do have context buttons to get stabbed as well, and I will be showing you that later in the guide, but it just didn't happen that worked out. I just used the proxy mines. So the fight with the boss is just a fight with QuickTime events for me again. I hate these QuickTime events, and the easiest way you can show your age on games like these and show how ancient you truly are is if you flash the QuickTime event on the screen for less than a second, expect the player to fucking get that. It's ridiculous. I just don't know why. Maybe they weren't fully realized when they first came out, like in the God of Wars, and it's just ridiculous. Less than a second is not time enough to press the buttons, because you're not just pressing them, you're trying to figure out which of the two they're going to be. So this is what I meant about the slow walk. If you run in here, they will hear you. These guys are very sensitive to hearing, but not if you're just doing this slow walk here. Unfortunately, you have to make noise to open this, so it kind of throws a wrench in everything, so to speak. So what I would do is I would either lay mines or equip, don't equip a rocket launcher. It's far too unnecessary here. There's one sequence later in one of the facilities where you have to just skirt around all these guys, and it's really difficult. But this seems to work pretty well. I've not had much luck. I mean, the other grenade launcher works good too with the standard rounds, but the flame rounds didn't do too much on these guys for me. Also, okay, so here's the boss fight. Just make sure you press the triggers or the expose button, and we're gonna be hitting the pinkish part in his claw area on either side. So equip a high-powered weapon. If you have the sniper rifle maxed out, it's about 4 shots, and then he'll drop 3 times. So there's time enough to reload here. Switch to your grenade and just put it in his mouth. And Sheva kept dying constantly over here for me, and it was really angering me. And also, I think on professional they just don't let you get revived by your teammate very often. It does infrequently let you get healed, but not many times. So also just stay whatever side he's like most of his body is on, go on the opposite side, because he has a tendency to do a slash at you. So I think this is the second time he's dropping. Equip the grenades, stick it in his mouth, and at this point, this quick time event, I've been getting these button presses right, but I haven't been doing it fast enough. This is really irksome. So, and they don't let you press the pause button here. It's really exasperating. So when he goes up there, he's going to summon his lackeys. They don't deal too much damage to you, and they're not much of a nuisance. The shotgun works wonders here for the spread damage. So it's pretty much no damage for this too as well, because if you take a hit, Sheva just doesn't revive you. Just drop him here, put another one of these in his mouth, and that's it. Take care.